Hey, what's going on? Ryan here. We're going to do, I think I was going to talk about run and bike cadence, but had a pool swim. And real quick, before the next activity begins on this busy Thursday, we need to talk about the pool. So it's probably going to come off as a little bit of a rant. I try to avoid getting too bent out of shape about stuff and try to keep an open mind whenever I'm doing either tips or posts or something, but the ugliness just has to stop. In the past, someone jumps in my lane, just starts swimming without saying a word. Typically, I either get passive aggressive and splash really big and get really over zealous in the pool and let them know I didn't appreciate it. But rarely would I confront somebody and just say, "Hey, you didn't even ask to jump in my lane. What are you doing?" So today I decided enough was enough. I was doing my swim, getting my groove on. Someone just decides to jump in my lane, and boom, there they are, just swimming in a lane. And I had to, avoid them because I didn't know they were in my lane. Didn't think they'd just jump right in and start swimming. So we're going to go over some etiquette rules for the pool, just in case you weren't aware. Some pools have it written down what the etiquette is. Even if there is no rules written down, there is kind of an unspoken etiquette when you jump in the pool. Don't just jump in and start swimming. And we're going to go over point number one is don't be in a hurry. I know we're all busy and we got short amount of time to get stuff done, and sometimes you just got to get in, but don't come in the pool in a big old hurry. Come in the pool realizing that the lanes may be full and you may not get your swim in. I've done that before. I've come in and realized the pool schedule had changed. I get bent out of shape, but at the end of the day, it's not their problem. If you are trying to get in the pool and I'm swimming in the lane and I'm swimming away, it's not my problem you're in a hurry. It's not the person in the pool. It's not their problem. That's your problem. Own your problem. If you're in a hurry and you're crunched on time, then don't try to get the swim in. Try it some other time. Our pool has hours in the morning, evening, afternoons. They've got them all posted. They even went as far as while they're in spring break, they opened some, usually they'll just take over the whole lap pool. They actually had 2 lanes open this time, which isn't ideal, but it's better than nothing. Don't be in a hurry. Don't come to the pool expecting your problem to be somebody else's problem. It's not. If you're crunched on time and that's the only time you got, I'm sorry. So anyway, don't be in a hurry when you go to the pool, or at least have the mindset of you get to the pool, you may not get in. Be okay with that. Don't have an adult temper tantrum. When you get there, if the lanes are taken, don't come over and just throw your crud by a lane and staking the claim that you're going to take over that lane. Now, that didn't happen to me today necessarily, but I've seen it done. So don't just dump your crud. Don't just take it over there and assume, hey, I'm just going to stake my claim and they're going to see it and they're going to let me in. Don't do that. Don't dump your crud over there. When you get there, don't hover over a lane. When you are ready, don't just stand there at one lane and just stare at the person until they stare back up at you. That's just going to make it more awkward, and the person is less likely to be like, you're kind of weird, and I don't want you swimming in the lane next to me. Don't be that person. When you're ready, stand off to the side, hold your gear, and wait for somebody to look. The people that are willing to share a lane will see you, stop, and invite you to join in the lane. I've done that many times. I have never jumped in a lane in my 2004 17 years of adult swimming. I have never just jumped in a lane and started swimming with someone I don't know. If I do know them and they're cool with it, I'll just jump in and start swimming. But I've never jumped in a lane in a pool with someone I don't know and just started swimming and assuming it was cool. Don't do it. So don't just sit there and hover over one lane. Be there. If you're next in line, just kind of hang out, stand there, make it known that you're ready to swim, and more than likely somebody, if they're willing to share the lane, will say, hey, you want to jump in? And you jump in, everybody's cool, and you start swimming. So don't hover. Don't make it uncomfortable for people. Get your stuff ready. Be ready. Don't just hang out over at the side, and then someone says, oh, you want to jump in, and you're not ready to go. Be ready to go. As soon as you're there at the pool, get your stuff out, get your suit on, get your clothes off, whatever you got to do, get your earplugs in, swim cap on, goggles on, get ready to go. Be ready. As soon as someone says jump in the pool, jump in the pool. If you're in a hurry, get in there. Don't just sit there and take forever and drag your feet. Don't get in a puff. If someone doesn't, if you ask, hey, can I swim in your lane? And someone says no, that's their prerogative. There's nothing that says they have to share the lane. I mean, it's a lane in the pool. There's one lane. One person per lane usually. Don't get in a big old puff if someone don't want to share the lane. So just, like, point number one, don't be in a hurry. Don't be all bent out of shape. Nothing's worse than seeing an adult temper tantrum. So don't be in a huge hurry. Don't get all in a puff. I found this more often than not when you're over there getting ready, getting all your stuff on. By the time I've turned around and gotten all my stuff ready and I'm walking over towards the pool, somebody's already getting out of the lane. So, you know, at my pool, there's, I believe, 4 lanes. So if somebody's swimming, and especially if someone's just kind of piddle farting back and forth, oh, ignore that phone call. If somebody's just piddle farting back and forth, you could get in there and they're already coming out. They see you coming and they realize, hey, I don't need to take this lane, and they'll let you have it. So just get ready, be calm and collect, and by the time you get to the pool, they might have opened up. Yeah, don't just jump in and start swimming. That is like the worst thing you could do. That's what got me kind of riled up. Often than not, I'm just kind of like, whatever. But today it's just, no, I drew the line in the sand. I was like, you didn't, if you would have asked, maybe it would have been a different story. But ask before you start jumping in a lane. Don't just jump in a lane and start swimming. Especially if it's somebody you don't know. Don't just jump in. Nobody likes it. There may be 1 or 2 people out there that are okay with somebody just jumping in the lane and swimming. Don't just jump in. And finally, if you kind of stand there and you wait politely and someone's, hey, you want to jump in? If you've got kickboards, fins, paddles, all this other stuff, keep it to your side. Usually there's enough side that you could split the lane in half and speak to the person. Are we going to do circle swim? Are we going to split the lane? And whatever they decide, put your stuff on one side. Water bottles, everything. Don't just scatter your stuff everywhere and be like, oh, I'm just going to start swimming. So that's my quick tips for pool etiquette. It was forefront of my mind just because of the situation today. It was just, I just had to kind of drew the line. I was like, no, I'm not gonna be steamrolled into somebody just jumping in the lane and swimming. And then I have to adjust and push over a little bitty corner of the pool. And I picked a lane that was out of the way on purpose so I could do my swim and not be bothered. And then you roll on the whole pandemic thing. Pools have different rules and different situations and how many people can be in a lane. And there still is a pandemic going on, whether or not that's your deal or not. Personally, I would like my space from strangers if I don't know them, if they're not in my household or whatever. That's just me. Respect other people's, space and issues, especially in a pandemic. If that's what they want to do, just let them do it and let them be. So, hopefully that helps you out, gives you a little bit of idea. Pool etiquette. If it's not written down, there is unspoken etiquette. So make sure that you're doing the right thing when you're jumping in the pool. Hopefully that helps you out. We'll talk to you later.